Hometown Murder Tour is a true crime podcast for entertainment purposes only, assuming you find us entertaining.
That being said, stories of violence, sexual assault, and other criminal acts will be discussed, using adult language. Consider this your warning. I don't know. How do we
start these? Oh, yeah. Ready?
No?
WTAF
with HMT. That was so awful. You are going to be fired.
All right. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
It's that time.
It is time for our WTAFs.
That's right.
With
HMT.
Good job. You did it.
I did. Do you want to give a shout out to your mom on this?
Well, yeah. So everyone, my mom sent me a really sweet text, like complimenting us and everything. And I was like, oh, like made me tear up. Like, oh, mom's proud of me. And so then she said, well, I'll read it if I can find it.
Sarah's just going to scroll.
Yeah.
While we record.
Oh, she said, okay, I found it. She said, I listened to your podcast this week. I enjoyed it immensely. You and Amy are doing a great job talking about the crime and reporting the facts. I can tell you've done a lot of research on the subject matter. Very professional. Keep up the good work.
Aww.
So I was like, aw, tear.
Right.
And then she's like, I will be honest, though, I can't listen to the WTAFs. So immediately I said, oh, good. That's when I'm going to talk about you.
Yep.
So I'm going to give my mom a shout out here. And then see if she hears it.
Is she full of shit? And
yeah.
she actually is listening?
Right.
If so, hi and thank you. It was super sweet.
It was.
If not,
then sorry, Mom.
You'll never know.
Nope.
Snooze, you lose.
That's right. So there's that.
All right.
Okay.
So WTAFs.
Here we go.
With HMT, I think it's you.
I'm first.
Right? Here we go.
Okay.
I hope that we're sounding okay on this. I guess we'll figure out when we're all done.
Out. Okay. So this is called... I'm going to have to give background also. Or maybe not.
I'm kidding. No, give me all the info.
I don't want to read the entire article.
Right.
This is actually a medical article, so it's kind of dry and boring. So it's going to be really...
You know what else is dry and boring?
I knew exactly where you were going with that. Your mom!
Yeah.
Okay. So, I don't want to read the article, so it's going to be real quick and painful. Let's just...
It's also gonna be what she said.
I can't help it.
Dry, boring, quick, and painful.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right, ladies?
I mean, been there, done that. What? Okay, so this is the title of the article is Fleece, Bezor or Bezor, not sure how it's pronounced, Bezoar, and a 6-year-old girl. And I do have to back up and say, my friend Jody. Whoop, whoop. Shout out, Jody.
Jody.
She said, you've got to look up Bezors and what they are, or Bezors.
Bezor? Oh, so it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Fleece Bezor.
Yeah. The Fleece Bezor is not necessarily the thing. The Bezor or Bezor is a thing. So anyway, here we go. So, 6-year-old girl went to the emergency room with a 3-day history of decreased appetite, diffuse abdominal pain, previously healthy, no problems, blah, blah, blah. See, this is where it gets real boring because they get into, like, legit medical ER reports.
Oh, damn.
I mean, I'm pretty much
sick.
a doctor.
She's real sick.
She's sick. She's got stomach pains,
right.
Okay? So, they did a physical exam. Everything looked like it was fine. It did have hyperactive bowel sounds.
Huh. Hyperactive bowel sounds.
Mm-hmm. So, you know when they listen to your stomach?
Yeah. It was just like...
Super hyper. Like ADD bowel sounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just...
ADHD, I guess it would be.
Right.
So, anyway, goes on and on about reporting doesn't show this, doesn't show that. So, they do a... They admit her into the hospital. During her stay, she said that she had been ingesting non-edible objects.
Damn it, kids.
Yep. such as the fleece lining of her jackets
Ooh.
and boots for the past year.
Oh, shit. Wait, she says this or like parents say this?
Like the little
She's like,
girl.
oh, actually, it might be.
Come to think of it.
I've been eating my boots.
Yep. So this behavior coincided with the birth of her brother. Okay. So obviously it was a stress reaction.
Good to know.
Who knew? Keep that in mind, Amy.
Keep an eye on that.
Keep the fleece away from your kid.
Yeah.
Yep. So they do a abdominal CT and showed that the girl had a distended stomach with mixed something, big words.
Big belly.
Solid appearing contents admixed with air. Okay. So you are going to see a picture in just a minute.
Oh my God.
So, I mean, they...
Of her stomach?
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit.
So they ultimately have to go in and have surgery.
Yeah.
Okay?
So medical term is like she's got a lot of air and shit that shouldn't be in there.
That is the medical term for what this is.
Oh God, okay.
Okay?
Right.
And so, I'm
scared.
I'm gonna show you this, and then I'm gonna give you some history of Bezors.
Oh shit. Is it Bezor? Bezor?
I don't know. I'm gonna say it both ways, just to
be fair.
Fuck everybody up.
Right.
So, they go in. Like, literally, I'm almost puking right now. They go in, and they pull out a club-shaped dark tan aggregate of synthetic fibers mixed with black to white tufts of hair from her abdomen.
Club-shaped, like...
Well,
like
you'll see.
Oh,
the tail was noted to extend into the duodenum.
Tail?
Mm-hmm. After the surgery, the girl was blah, blah, blah. Okay, so are you ready?
I'm scared. Yeah. I mean, yes, I'm always ready for this. What the fuck?
Like, seriously, I want to vomit right now.
That looks like a...
There.
Oh my God. Also, it looks kind of like a dick.
Gross.
No, yeah, not like a...
A good one?
A good one. Oh my God. How big is that?
That is...
I mean, it looks huge, but, you know, medical pictures...
It is like 6 inches.
Oh my God.
Or more long.
Just in there.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like I've seen...
So it's basically a fucking hairball.
Gigantic hairball. Well, I was just getting ready to say, I've seen on those, like, vet shows.
Yeah.
On TV, they'll remove some shit out of animal... Or, like, the dogs that have the, like, obsessive licking thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know, like... People, I mean, I guess it makes sense that people could get that.
People get it. It's more, it is more common, obviously, in animals. So this happens all, Bezors are a thing. So I'm going to back up to the history now, okay?
Please do.
So if you go to our friend Wikipedia and look it up, let's see if they, through the history of the world, actually these were Bezors stones were seen as valuable commodities.
Oh, okay.
And have magical healing properties.
Yeah.
Okay. So what, back in the...
Olden times.
I don't even know how far back we're going. Let's say medieval. I don't know. They would take these Bezors from the animals. And usually I think I read it was like they typically come from hooved animals. Like
they after they die, or would they cough them up? Or
I don't know.
How are they getting
them?
And
they polish them. And they look like stones, like magical healing
those actually
stones.
Are pretty.
Yeah, you would. Cool. If you had one in your hand, you would know.
We might have some.
Like they make them into jewelry.
I want a hairball stone.
We're gonna have to learn 17th centuries from that rings from.
Maybe Serendipity Designs needs to
step up her game.
Bezord.
I'm gonna start eating fleece. Mm-hmm. Polishing that shit up. Seriously, I'm on it right now. So, anywho, I mean, that's the gist of it. We can get into more disgustingness, but you can just go ahead and Google
Bezors.
And see all kinds of pictures. The most that comes up are
from animals?
The animal ones. The human variety is not common because obviously
it takes a lot, I guess.
So here's the phonetic. How do you do that? I think it's bee. I think that line means
Bezoar.
long.
Yeah.
Bezoar. I was saying it right.
You were.
So there.
So she said this little girl had been doing it for like a year.
A year.
Just like eating fleece.
Yep.
And not passing it.
Nope, because it's
just
hair.
all bound up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
But like, I mean, you Google it. There's a bunch.
Oh my god.
But here are like the fancy ones.
No, but look up like the real ones.
The real one is disgusting.
Disgusting.
It looks like a hairy alien.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh my god.
So if anyone has one like their first child and is getting ready to have a second, Amy,
ding ding ding.
Put away the fleece.
Put away the fleece.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if he's like licking on our dog, I'll kind of keep an eye on that.
Oh my gosh, look
She's
at that
just
one.
scrolling through Google right
seriously.
now. Oh,
Like
what the actual fuck, Sarah?
Yep. So okay.
So Bezoars.
Bezoars.
That's where that's
and
at.
also I read. I didn't put it together, but in Harry Potter, apparently there's a magical Bezoar.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that.
Yep.
Bezoars, kind of a. It sounds like a fantasy.
It does sound made up. It's a thing.
Bezoar. Mm-hmm. All right, good one.
I seriously.
It's disgusting.
It's right here.
We'll post a picture of the official Bezoar from today's story, but feel free to Google.
Are we going to post that? Does that need to be seen? I don't know. Well,
true.
I don't want someone to vomit at the exact moment that comes up.
They come on our site.
I'll figure it out.
We'll figure something out to post.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. You go.
Okay.
I hope it's sweet.
It's a really sweet feel good story.
Sweet, oh, good.
Not crazy at all. I actually did not pick a what the actual fuck story for or what the actual fuck.
Okay,
episode.
just a sweet story.
Just a sweet feel good story
okay.
about kittens and saving, like a kitten saved old lady from a burning building by calling 911. That's amazing. Yeah. No, actually, I'm just going to read the headline for this. Okay. FBI found bucket of heads, arms, and legs, bodies sewn together at Arizona body donation facility. Agent says.
No.
Here we go.
Bodies parts sewn together?
Mm-hmm.
That's a long title for a headline.
It is. It's pretty
big. Wordy.
I
feel like the editor needed to step in.
Hey.
All right, sorry. Go.
Sorry. This was from July of this year.
Oh, good. Recent.
The actual events happened years before, but the lawsuit is now coming out. So that's why it's in the news. Okay. Here we go. From Phoenix. Shout out to Arizona. It says gruesome details have been released in a lawsuit against a body donation and tissue bank facility in Phoenix. The FBI raided the Biological Resource Center, also known as the BRC, as part of a human body parts trafficking investigation in 2014.
That's a thing?
Yeah, and I've got two articles. One is this was from a local news source, and then I have a Time magazine source that goes into more of like the shady shit that goes down.
Okay.
So there's like a lot of what the fucks with this. So it says here, agents found buckets full of body parts and different people sewn together and hung up on a wall, according to testimony by one of the agents.
No.
Listen to this. You ready? This is a horror story. It's just unbelievable. The story is unbelievable, says Tony Harp, who gave the bodies of his mother and grandmother to the facility in 2012 and 2013. Harp is one of more than 30 plaintiffs in the lawsuit against the BRC. They donated bodies with the understanding that they would be used for scientific purposes, right? Like one would do.
Right.
I was told that it would be used to study, like to help cancer and leukemia and all that kind of stuff. But that is not what happened. In 2014, the FBI raided the facility in hazmat suits as part of a multi-state investigation, into the illegal trafficking and sale of human body parts.
I don't understand.
For the first time, testimony from one of the FBI agents who conducted the raid has been released to the public. Are you ready for this?
No.
The agent said he found, quote, a cooler filled with male genitalia, a bucket of heads, arms and legs, infected heads, and a small woman's head sewn onto a large male torso. I can't read, sorry. A small woman's head sewn on to a large male torso, quote, like Frankenstein, hanging up on the wall.
That FBI agent has to be in counseling.
Like, hanging on the wall.
Why?
With, like,
somebody was real sick.
Says here, the lawsuit says the bodies were cut up with chainsaws and bandsaws, tools that are not appropriate for dismembering scientific bodies. The lawsuit also says pools of human blood and bodily fluids were found on the floor of the freezer, and that there were bodies with no identification tags. Sarah.
I literally cannot talk.
Right. Yeah. So they found all of that. That was from like the local article. This goes into talking about a few other things. Now, this is where it gets kind of crazy. So the BRC, its former owner, do you want to know what his name is? You want to know?
Body Part Jim? I don't know.
Basically, Stephen Gore.
Of course.
Like old Stephen Gore.
Old Stephen Gore. And all of his gore.
Mm-hmm. So here...
That would have been a better headline.
Yeah. Here's what
less wordy.
I know, less wordy. Here's what else it says. He pled guilty in 2015 to
Body part.
conducting an illegal enterprise. However, he was sentenced to 4 years probation.
Oh, 4 years?
Hold on. And a deferred 1-year sentence in jail, which he avoided because of good behavior. So Gory Gorton didn't get shit. So all these families have come together to sue the not him, but the company or whatever. Here's what it says on this other article. It says, while it's not uncommon to donate the remains of deceased people to the military, which I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't either.
Put a pin in that. Or to law enforcement for training purposes, family or next of kin must authorize such actions. They said that, I guess they found out that a lot of the bodies were then sold off to other companies through this other thing, which apparently that's something that happens. An attorney is quoted saying, if you want to donate a loved one's body to be blown up by the Department of Defense, there's a special consent form.
What?
Yeah.
Also...
I know.
I mean...
Do you want to...
Interesting.
Is that a thing? I didn't know that was a thing. The Department of Defense.
Hey, I want my body blown up.
Right. Like, I knew you could, for police, dogs and forensics and that kind of stuff, but I didn't know the Department of Defense used human bodies. What?
Oh,
I know.
Makes total sense.
Right. It says here that Arizona's body parts industry remains highly unregulated. It says that, according to Berg, the problem is not just in Arizona. Similar cases have cropped up in places like Colorado, Illinois, Michigan, Washington. Says they found conditions in Illinois and Michigan to be at least as horrific, if not worse, than what they found in Arizona. What the fuck?
What the actual fuck?
Right, so I
can't get the visual of a person
with a different head sewn onto their body.
On the wall.
Hanging on the wall. Mm-hmm. And this article says there's been this whole big investigation into other state body donation facilities, and they've found worse. The only reason we know about this is because it's that lawsuit they've released information from one of the FBI agents. Like, who knows? Worse than that? Sarah?
I don't know. Going to the cooler for a beer and finding...
male genitalia?
1,000 penises?
Right. Right. I need to look into Missouri's body donation laws. Are they regulated? There were no pictures that I could find. I mean,
I'm gonna have to draw one.
I feel like you could come up with your own picture for that. But what the fuck?
That is insanity.
And the fact that this is a thing that happens?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Regularly?
There's a department that regulates it.
Right.
Supposed to.
Yeah.
And now investigating it.
Now investigating multi-states and are finding things worse than that. WTAF. So that was my feel-good story.
I think I'm going to have a big old bloody steak with a side of Bezor.
Yep.
Bezor.
wash it down with a glass of Fleece.
Mm-hmm. All right.
On that note, hey, thanks for listening.
Okay. That's it.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
This is how it would sound. What about you?
This is
sitting
how
over
it
there.
would sound over here where I'm sitting.
Uh-huh.
Over here in this chair.
In that chair?
In this chair. This
is that
is how
the
it
volume
sounds.
you're going to use?
It's kind of a sexy volume, I feel like.
Is it?
Oh, no. No, not sexy. Okay.